Frazee News is sponsored by the City of Frazee, Seamless Gutter System, next to Cedar Lido's, United Community Bank.
Roger, he said close. This is too close. I like it, but not that much. Anyway, where are we going now, Roger?
In the hen house.
Oh, okay.
All right, are you ready?
Treat it kind of like
And
a
I'll
secret.
tell you what,
Huh? It's
these
kind
hen-
of a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These hens are nice. And them other ones, I don't.
Whoa.
Hey, look
Okay.
at that! Look at that!
Hey,
Look at that!
You go first.
All right, I'm.
Hey, never stop. Come on.
Hey, wait for me! Hey, this is pretty nice in here.
Well, we're still at New Life Farms. We're in the other end of the building.
I'll tell you what, I like the ladies.
Oh, they're
thing
a
about
lot
that.
cleaner.
They're
And
cleaner.
they're certainly not as aggressive. And it's
More
a lot
polite, they're
cooler.
polite. Look how nice they are.
Oh,
Looking
they're
at
very
you.
nice.
Hello. Go over
Now.
and try to pet one of them and see what happens.
Now, again, we're not looking at a market bird per se. These are breeding hens, much like milking the tom on the other side of the wall once a week. These will be inseminated once a week.
Yeah, well, look at that. They're eating a little bit of stuff over there, you know.
Part of
And what did Ross say that stuff they were eating?
feed.
Feed.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it right away.
50 years ago, my dad built a barn that would have been about half this size, and it was marveled at being one of the larger turkey barns in Minnesota. It took an entire family of 5 people to run that farm for us. Ross can do this with automatic feeders.
Man, do you see how many is down here?
Yeah, one person can run this entire operation now. It's just phenomenal.
Hey, climb down a little bit. See, they don't listen.
So these birds are going to be around for quite some time. Egg laying, the industry for Swift.
Well, as I understand it, you have turkey growers or turkey raisers that raise turkeys to raise turkeys.
Yes.
And that's what this is.
Mickelson's right here are in the egg production. Over the years, turkey industry has evolved from taking a bird this size, and that'd be about a 20-pound turkey.
Yeah.
50 years ago, you would take 25 to 30 weeks to get it to market. If this were a table bird, they can now do it in 12 weeks. So genetics play a great part in what's going on here. In fact, there are about 2 or 3 lines of genetics for all of the birds in the United States.
You know, a lot of people think of turkeys as those great big ones you see on Thanksgiving and so on. And you said your parents had turkeys. My grandmother had turkeys,
Stop hitting me.
Yeah.
I told you not to do that up in the water tower. Don't hit me.
Yeah. You're going to fall off.
Hey,
These are really nice. And we were going to say something about...
we were going to talk a little bit about cheerleaders at the high school. You've got the story.
I know, I left it outside. But yeah, the cheerleaders don't get any press, and so we're going to say hooray for the cheerleaders.
Great story in the local paper.
And without them, the wrestlers would be nothing. And so that's the deal. And by the way, we have a turkey book. Crazy Turkey
Day
book.
for Christmas.
Turkey
gifts.
coins, it's out there.
Coins, the silver
We got a
coin
brand
going
new large turkey over there, and somebody burned the turkey, remember?
on. Cool. I wonder who that was.
Hey, quit pecking on me.
Right there.
Maybe she wants to talk to you. She wants a date. She wants a date.
Okay, cameraman Carey's
He's having a fit out
well,
there.
anyway, Roger, you're going to be heading south pretty
I'm
soon.
going to be heading south, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to be heading like a goose. Or maybe like a hummingbird. I'll fly on top of a goose. Or ride on a goose.
Well,
Hey!
Roger is heading south again for the next 10, 12, 14 weeks, whatever. So I'll find somebody to fill in for you.
Hey, by the way, Ronnie Goodman said when I'm not on your show, it's boring, so you better get something going good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, see, we've got to do a Merry Christmas here. It's time to wrap this up. So, Hal,
Merry Christmas
Happy New Year.
And don't call me a jerk.
No, jerk. And we'll see you in the spring.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Tastefully Home. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jen. And today I have a holiday meatball recipe that I thought would be really great since, we're kind of entertaining and in that mode.
That time of year.
Yep. And they're actually called Christmas meatballs, but I thought, really, you could do them anytime. They're a good appetizer, and they freeze well, which was another bonus.
That's nice.
And when I was looking through the recipes, I thought, and it's microwavable. That's how you basically cook it. So it's quick and easy. If you're having company, you can whip it together. And I really didn't have to buy that many ingredients that I didn't have on hand. So for the most part, you should have almost everything, or you can kind of keep it on hand.
Okay.
So, and I suppose we should maybe introduce
we have a guest
Isabella.
today.
She wasn't planned, but she decided that she needed to be fed and held. She was sound asleep just before we were going to roll and woke up.
The TV camera was here, and
that's right.
She is and it's nice that people can see her too.
Yeah,
so gotta get the cutie.
A few people have seen her when I've been shopping and are surprised that she's here already.
And you're thinking, not already.
Not already. That's right. So, but anyways, maybe we can go through the ingredients here. Okay. You need 2 eggs, and then you need an envelope of your onion soup mix, the dry kind.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of your parsley, and then 1/2 cup of the seasoned breadcrumbs. And those are near the stuffing mixes, kind of in the. At first, I was looking by where the salad dressings are, because how they have the bacon bits and they have breadcrumbs there as well.
The croutons and
everything. And that's what I was thinking they'd be there, but they're not. So go to where the stuffing mixtures are. You need 1/2 cup of chopped dried cranberries, and then 1.5 pounds of your ground beef. And then the seasoning, which is kind of like the sauce, you need a can of the whole berry cranberry sauce, and that's kind of in the fruit aisle.
Okay.
I mean, right now they're kind of out, but most typically you'll find them in the canned fruit aisle. You need 3/4 cup of ketchup and 1/2 cup of your beef broth, and then 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of finely chopped onion, which Melissa will gladly chop for me, and 2 teaspoons of cider vinegar. So it's just 2 tiny teaspoons, and I had to buy a big old jug of it. So now I'm going to be looking for recipes for cider vinegar. And that's all the ingredients that you need. So other than the cider vinegar, I pretty much carry all of that on hand. So the first thing we need to do is in a bowl, we're going to combine the eggs, the soup mix, the breadcrumbs, and the cranberries.
So this is the bowl you're going to use.
And that's the bowl, if you don't mind.
No, we can do that.
Melissa's going to be the cooker today.
I can handle that. If you give me the directions,
then you'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking when you said they were Christmas meatballs, but I suppose if the cranberries and everything and the breadcrumbs and the different seasoning get a little color in there.
Yeah,
so that's
it is
nice.
kind of a red and green. So I suppose it can be Christmas, but really, I mean, cranberries and all that stuff we use around, Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's. So that's why I thought, well, they can kind of be holiday meatballs. And the envelope, the soup mix.
Okay. So you said just one envelope.
One envelope. Yep, the whole envelope. I'll get you your parsley.
How much parsley again?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. Okay.
See, now typically when I'm trying to get supper together, and this is what I have to do, I have to either have the girls help me or put the snuggly on and hold her. Yeah, and they say you're not supposed to cook with the baby in the snuggly, but when you have to get supper,
you need to get it done, you need to get it done.
That's right. We can't live on peanut butter sandwiches. So, and I finally just bought the big jug of parsley. I can't tell you how many times.
We go through it often enough.
Do you?
Know,
so do
That's just
so do we. I've got so many recipes. I thought, I'm just going to get the big jug and.
Could you? Well, I suppose you could use the fresh parsley if you want to, as I get it on your floor. But
this is so convenient.
Much easier. Well, like you said too, and the point is that you have it on hand.
Right.
And that's one of the most important things. I was going to grab the lid of the bottle. Okay.
And then we need 1/2 cup of the breadcrumbs.
Of the breadcrumbs.
In the bag right in front of you there.
These.
No, right there.
Oh, okay.
And those are seasoned.
So, no, you did the cubed kind then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I was thinking of something different.
And they have all kinds of different seasonings, so you could really kind of spice this up if you wanted to, play around with the seasonings and stuff. It's not a lot of breadcrumbs, is it?
It doesn't seem like much.
No,
I'm going to add a little
few
bit
more. Okay. And then the cranberries. And we need 1/4 cup of chopped cranberries, but they're not that big. Do you think?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think They need to be chopped.
I suppose that they mean like if you have full, like the real fresh cranberries, I would imagine.
They'd have to be chopped.
I don't know. I mean,
just throw them in there.
Okay, half
They're
a cup?
pretty small. Quarter cup.
Quarter cup, okay.
So that's not a lot. Maybe that's why they do want them chopped. We've got the chopper right there if you think they do need to be chopped. It's up to you. I don't think they're going to change the taste either way.
We're going to try it this way.
All right.
Okay.
And then the parsley. Yep, and then we're going to crumble the beef over. And I actually bought extra, so if you will take half of the ground beef that's in that bag. It's just called for about 1.5 pounds. And I think I bought 3 pounds. So if you'll I just thought it would be easier that way and that way. If you
so you want
1.5
pounds?
Pound and a half, yeah. And we'll mix that in. And then basically what you're going to do is you're just going to mix this really well. The mixture really well, and I can actually even get you a spoon if you want to, or even a spatula maybe. I usually do it by hand.
I was going to say, that's probably the easiest one. We've got about 1/2 pound here.
Oh, perfect.
Or 1.5 pounds here.
Yeah, that's good. And we're going to mix that well, and then we're going to form these into 1-inch balls once it's all mixed up.
Should we take a break and mix it up a little?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Melissa, you did a very nice job mixing that up.
Hey, and you know, 2 things.
Okay.
They smell fantastic.
Do they?
And secondly, they are kind of colorful.
They are. That parsley really...
Yeah, it does.
It does.
And the cranberries,
I suppose, too.
So,
and especially when the meat's cooked, I think the cranberries will really stand out.
I'm sure, yeah.
All right, well, now if you will roll those into about 1-inch balls, and we'll do about 12 to 14 in this pan. It makes about 3 dozen, so we'll have to do this 3 times over. We'll just do it once for...
So being that it's in a microwave safe. Okay.
Yep, plate or kind of bowl or whatever you have.
Is that a...
Yeah, I would say. And I suppose you can make them bigger or smaller depending, are these going to be an appetizer, or are you going to serve these kind of as a meal, or, you know, I just thought these are so easy to do, and just, you have so many options. Your appetizer, I even thought, you know, if you're making spaghetti, you could make these, freeze them ahead and throw them in and have your spaghetti and meatballs with a little bit different taste to them.
But it would be good, and I could even see, you know, of course you and I always do our own little versions, but if you did maybe half ground pork and half hamburger,
that's
you know,
true.
to just give it a little bit more zip.
Yeah,
I know people like to have the pork in their meatballs, especially if it's for spaghetti. So
that's right. And once we get these made, we'll put them in the microwave, and they only actually go in for about 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll just on high, and then we'll kind of watch them. And you're basically wanting to cook them until, of course, there's no pink remaining. So we'll see if 3 to 4 minutes does it on high, and then we're going to drain them on some paper towels because I'm sure there'll be quite a bit of grease and stuff in the bottom.
And now you said the original recipe, it considers them an appetizer? Okay.
Yep, it did. And I'm terrible for recipes. I like pictures with them. For whatever reason, if I'm so visual, if I can see the picture, then I know right away it's a recipe I want to try.
Right.
But they had them in a bowl, and they had like little toothpicks stuck in them. So that, and with the sauce already over them. And it did say it froze well, so that's why I thought, well, this will be perfect because you could even make half of them, freeze the other half for another time, or even, you know, freeze them in each a dozen kind of thing.
Right, exactly.
And for us moms who are busy and stuff, that's kind of nice. You can just pick stuff out of the freezer quick. And
well, and even if you're going somewhere, you know, if you're going to a party or a dinner and they ask you to bring something, this would be great if you had some, like you said, in the freezer, pull them out, you know. You could even heat them up while you're at the
place.
That place.
Yeah, because you just go in the microwave, so it'd be easy to heat up. And what I thought was nice was you could do this ahead of time, and you don't have to do the sauce right away. You can do the sauce anytime because they cook differently.
Yeah, this would be good with noodles or rice, and then if you had the sauce. Just from what you said of the ingredients that go into the sauce, I'm guessing it's a pretty tangy.
I think so.
I wonder, almost barbecue-ish with the cranberry.
Or like a sweet and sour kind.
Exactly.
I'm not sure, but it'll be interesting to try them. So once you get those kind of made up, I'm going to get some wax paper and cover them. It does say to cover with wax paper, and we'll throw them in the microwave, and then we can get onto the sauce.
This would be good too, you know. Well, obviously we've got the holidays, you know, with for Christmas, but even if you were having a brunch or something for New Year's Eve, or you know, whatever it is, or at Christmas time, I know I was just, being that we got done with Thanksgiving, you eat your big meal and it's just the thought of eating something else, but you know, a few hours later, just have something lighter, you know, so you're not having the big meal with all the fixins again. Would be good.
That's true. All right, should we get get those in the microwave?
Okay.
All right, I got the meatballs out of the microwave and I did put them on for an extra minute just to make sure. They do cook again, but I wanted to make sure, you know, other than breaking them apart, just to make sure that they are cooked all the way through. So I'm going to drain them onto the paper towel.
Okay.
And Melissa, do you want to maybe get the sauce together? And what we need for the sauce is the whole cranberries out of the can.
It all goes in at
all
once.
together.
Okay.
Yep. And then the ketchup and the beef broth. Say that like 4 times fast.
Ketchup and beef broth? Oh, I already said beef broth. Yeah, broth.
The brown sugar and then the chopped onion and then that cider vinegar will all go in here. And then once the meatballs are drained, we're going to put them all back in this pan.
Okay.
And then microwave them again for about 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then they're done. But I will get these nice and drained so that... And there is a lot of grease and liquid in the bottom of this pan. So I would say, you know, if you're going to use a plate or something, use something with a little bit of a lip to it because you'll end up with grease all over. And they were very hot coming out of the microwave. I had to actually go get the oven mitts because I couldn't handle the pan. All right. Yeah, and you can really see the cranberries in some of them. They're going to be really colorful.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they remind me of little holiday ornaments or something like that.
I hope they taste as good as they look.
Yeah, they smell. I mean, still,
You can still
when they were
really
raw,
smell.
you know, when I was mixing them up, they smelled fantastic, but
Yeah.
they still smell very good. So,
Oh, good. Okay.
this is the handiest. I honestly have not seen these little containers for
you?
beef broth.
They're-
Beef broth.
See, I was
know.
having trouble too.
Until you bought it, and they're
Yeah,
just the
they're right
handiest
beside the
thing.
cans.
Then you just store it in the refrigerator.
Refrigerator, and you can. And I use the chicken broth a lot
Yeah,
for
so-
just everything.
And I'm assuming they have it in chicken broth.
Yes,
too,
they do.
so-
Okay, how much cider do I need? 2 teaspoons of cider. So, like I said, not a lot for this. And
But that's-
how much of that do you need?
3 tablespoons.
Okay.
The cider vinegar has got to be what gives it its zip. I would
It does,
imagine,
and boy, does
so.
it smell zippy. And I could only find my half teaspoon when I was looking quick, so I'll put 4 of these in.
Okay.
Boy,
You're gonna have that
that's
forever.
right. You put a dent in this. Good thing it probably gets better with age.
Have to find something that uses a lot of it.
Yeah.
Do we get everything in there?
Except for the onion.
Oh,
She's
Go figure, I
procrastinating on the onion.
forget the onion.
I
How much
can
of
do
that?
it.
3 tablespoons. Okay.
Is that what it says? No, 3 tablespoons. So not a lot. I just
No,
do a tish there.
it's finely chopped.
Do you want me to chop it, or?
You know what? I can do that. I wonder. I'm just gonna do it with
Yeah,
a
you
knife.
can do it that way too if you want.
Just to.
And I'm gonna mix this up here. It's very dark. I'm surprised, but
It is. I like it with the whole cranberries in it, though. I mean, it just makes it a little thicker, I think.
you know, I'm not like a big cranberry lover there.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it'll cook up. And I can remember my mom serving this just like in a bowl at Christmas
Yeah.
time.
Comes out in the shape of a can.
Yeah, yeah, and that didn't thrill me. So
See, and I like cranberries. It's not something that I eat often, but you know, Thanksgiving or Christmas, I like eating them. So,
oh, good. Then hopefully you'll like this.
well, I don't think there's really anything in here that I don't like. And the onion. Okay.
All right, I've got all the meatballs kind of drained now, and we do have the sauce
To
mixed.
cook this now,
And
right?
you do actually need to microwave that for about 3 to 4 minutes. When you're ready to serve your meatballs, you put the meatballs in there and then cook them for about 1 to 2 minutes
Okay.
in addition. And then we'll do that, and then we'll maybe
Should
come
I go
back.
put this in?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, we've got our finished product, and they
Yeah.
look fantastic, I have to say.
And I just
so-
gently stirred them, so
Okay.
they are ready to go.
Great holiday meal or
Yeah.
great holiday appetizer too. And I know next week's recipe that we've got has virtually the same ingredients. So if you've got some extra hamburger left over, then hold on to it because we've got one for you next week too.
That's right.
So, well, I'm Melissa,
And I'm Jen,
and this has been Tastefully Home.
and we'll see you next week.